Hi guys, welcome back to another video from Car Help for You. So in today's video we're working on a Kia. This one's a Sportage, it's a 2011 reg, and this one, it's a bit of a different one because what we're on is we're on the fuel filter, which is just behind there. Now this customer's been watching a few different YouTubes, so if I get a light on you might get to see it a bit better. This customer's watched a few different YouTubes and decided they're going to do their own fuel filter, which again there's nothing wrong with. But if you are going to do something, do it properly or don't do it. In this particular, it would have been better if the customer hadn't done it, because the car had to be recovered here. And once it got recovered here, I've had a look at it and it turns out that the customer hasn't fitted the fuel filter correctly. So first of all, you don't need to remove the battery or the ECU. You can just do it from here to show you how to do it. So what you would have is, if you have some nuts on, if I use something, might be actually what we'll do. So I'll use this little magnet so my fingers aren't getting in the way. So you've got one here and you have one where that hole is there. Now this filter isn't actually placed properly because that hole there should be here. So what you would do is you'd go ahead and you'd undo them two nuts. They are 12mm, and all that does is it gives the filter a bit of wiggle room. Then the pipes you need to remove is this one here. So this green thing here pushes down, push the pipe in a little bit and then tug on it backwards. You've got your power socket, which is literally this one here. Underneath this, there's a little like a little clippy type of thing. So if you can get like a little pry bar or a screwdriver or something very lightly, just to get it over like a ridge on the clip, it will just pull back. So now you've got these two. We need to move over to that third one. And that one is, if we go this way, I'll need to bring the light over just so we can see it. So this filter is not being fitted correctly, so your filter will be different. I thought I'll make the video now before my hands get full of diesel. So the connector is in this one, literally just here. It's this one here that I'm just tapping on there. And that one has a plastic clips on either side, so that either side you push them in and then pull the pipe apart. Once the clips are pushed in, it's not too hard to pull it apart. Now, as you can see, space is a little tight down here. So if you wanted to, and you know your radio code and stuff like that, you can remove the battery, remove the ECU. To remove the battery, it's just that screw there. Lift this one up, there's another 10mm, oh not screw, 10mm one, there's one down there. The battery will lift out. That one I believe is either a 12 or a 13. You want to take the ECU off the brackets, which is just held in by a few bolts. So you've got one there, and the ECU comes away fairly easy. You've got two just down there, literally one there and one there. So that would then pull the ECU apart, and that's a lot of space you've got there. However, I'm going to do it just from this gap here without actually removing this or even removing the air intake pipe, because that is possible. But you can remove it to make life a bit easier. Because I've done a few, it's not really that much of an issue for me. That pipe down there is a fiddly one, and what I will be using for it is this here. So this is like it's mainly like one of those horrible clips that you get on the coolant pipes. You know, to open up, I use this because this will get either side of it, clamp them together, pull the pipe apart, and we're good to go. Now once you've got all your pipes disconnected, obviously you take your filter out, you pull the entire thing out, and you change your filter. The filter's just screwed on at the bottom of this. Once you've took it out, you'll have to go that way a little bit because it's got a plug on the bottom. At the bottom of the filter, it's like a wiring plug. So you want to just unclip that one, leave it attached to the filter, pull the filter out. Once you release that, fuel will start coming at the bottom, so do get something just to catch all the fuel in. You don't need to reuse it, just let it go. But change over the filters, change it all up, like transfer the wiring across, what you need to do. It's really straightforward. Once you've got it back in, get it back in. Obviously don't fit it like this. You want to start everything in reverse order, so the bottom plug will be first. Once you've done that one, while it's all still loose, I find it's easier to then do that end pipe that's downwards, because you can put one hand from this way here pushing the pipe up, and then this one you can just push it down, and with enough motivation, shall we say, it will go in. And then start tightening the bracket onto here. So this bracket here, I'm not sure if I mentioned it, it's on by 3 nuts. So this one in particular is only on by 1. but it should be on by 3, and it is usually a 10, I think it is that what I was checking it earlier with? Yep, it's usually a 10. So you then put the bracket back on. Obviously when you're taking the bracket off, you need a 10 mil for 3 bolts. I'm not sure if I mentioned that, I apologise about that. But then what you would do is put this one lined up properly, put the bolts in first, then put the back nuts on first, second, put this socket on third, and then fourth put that pipe back in. It doesn't take too long, but it is very fidgety, and if it is your first time, obviously it's going to take you a lot longer than it's going to take someone like me who's done quite a few of these. Now these don't prime themselves, you have to take the air out of them. You can fill them up with diesel when you're putting the filter back on, but it's just as easy to leave them empty, put it all back together. And then the way to do it is your car won't start up unless you do this. This bolt here will actually be about here, because obviously this isn't sat right. So that there is just a 10 mil nut or a Phillips. I recommend using a 10 mil. It's a lot easier to take it off with. So what you want to do is, there's other methods where people say I'll pump it and all this. What you want to go ahead and do is first, the way I do it, pump this 10 times, open that while that's not completely removed, just loosened, just loose. Pump this until diesel starts pouring out of there. Once diesel comes out of there, go another 5 times, tighten that up another 5 times, go inside, and the car will start up first time without any issues. That's the method I've been doing, and it's never let me down. Now I know there are people that will say, oh no, you can just pump it from there, then open this and then close it up and start the car and it might start up. Look, loads of different people have different methods what work for them. This method works for me, so I'd rather just do this. And then what I'll do to clean up the brake, if it was my own car I wouldn't be too fussed, I'd just wipe it. But with it being a customer's car, what I'll do is I'll get some brake cleaner and just clean that area up a little bit. Obviously I need to tighten all this back up first, properly sort it out. But that's what you need to do, guys. So I'm not sure what YouTube videos out there are saying other people's, but this is the easiest and the best method to do it. A magnet will come in handy for when you're releasing them there, because you can just open it up, drop the magnet down here, and it'll just catch all the nuts for you, so it saves a headache. But guys, I've tried to explain that the best I could. Anyway, if I can help you, put it in the comments and I'll try my best. Please like, share and subscribe. Thank you.